So, the kiss.
Yeah.
How many takes? How was it? How was it for you? How was it for
How
you?
many takes was it? I demanded a few more.
Hey.
But even the crew were going, oh, loud.
Go around to applause,
Set?
didn't we?
I know
No,
it
we
wasn't
didn't
that
have a
saucy,
closed
was
set, no.
No, it was in the backyard out there.
We didn't do that many takes, actually, did we? I don't think.
God, do you know, that was our first week back at work,
First week
wasn't
back,
it?
6 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just nice to see the characters develop, and obviously as viewers, viewers want them to get to that point, and I think as actors it's nice to play them getting to that point, and then things go a little bit downhill from there.
I think Julia's just sitting there toying with his relationship. For one episode it'll be like this, and the next.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
gods of the Clash of the Titans, isn't it? He's just these chess pieces, and
Yeah.
but I think he loves all these characters, and we're in safe hands there. He
Yeah.
protects them and nurtures them, and it's quite shocking what happens to certainly us anyway. But we trust him to take care of them and take them to the right places. But for example, at the beginning of this episode, everything's rosy in the garden. His base doesn't have to go to war. That's all passed by. He's inherited this house and this money. Very unusually, he's allowed to stay here, marry the woman he loves, and stay in a cottage on the grounds. It might be very, very rare, but it would have happened. And everything's rosy in the garden. And eventually, he's emotionally involved enough to declare his love, to propose to her. And then Vera turns up, and it's pretty damning. There's always it's a rocky road that these two travel.
I know everyone gets good. I know there's lots of arcs, and everyone gets an arc, and that's what's good about the show. But you two really do get the meatiest stuff, don't you? Think the juiciest. Do you feel that?
Do we? I mean, we love our storylines, don't we? I mean, absolutely.
You have a lot of peaks and troughs. That's
Series 2, we definitely do, even more so.
Even more so.
Much more
It's
so,
shocking.
in fact.
It's jaw-dropping what happens.
It's brilliant. We do get great stuff to do in season 2. But I think everybody does, actually.
I do
think
too.
everybody's got their own thread, and everyone's got their individual stories that come together and mix in with everybody else. But I mean, I do love playing Anna, and I love Anna and Bates' storylines, and love our scenes.
I have to say, I mean, we don't know. It's always in the eye of the beholder, but we think this series is much bolder. And I really admire Julian for that. We're not treading water. We've moved on to the war. It's the upheaval that's gone on in this house and to these characters is extraordinary. So I mean, it's very meaty and much bolder, the second series.
Brendan, more than any of the other characters, your character has to deal with a lot of silences.
Yeah.
Now, is that a skill that is more challenging than dialogue?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the kind of actor you are, I suppose. I'm really drawn to characters that conceal more than they reveal. I love subtext, and I love making up who this person is, what's happened to him, what he's thinking. And I love playing those things, and I think you're invited by the writing to try and get the audience to read your mind and impose what they think and feel is going on. And that's what appeals to me in acting. And
We're both the same with that, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think that's why probably this script appealed to us both so much individually before we met, because what's written in a scene is not always what you're actually talking about, and that gives you, as an actor, a lot of leeway to build something nice that you feel like you've created. So it gives you a feeling of being more creative with what you're doing yourself as well.
yeah, it's just a different type of discipline, but it's still a very appealing one. It's a man from a different time. That's stoicism, and we live in a time now where everyone has an opinion and everyone talks about how they feel, and it's a very, very different time to be invited to play that. And a lot of people just say, speak up, man, say what you think, and are you too honourable? And I don't know, I really enjoy that grey area of expression and non-expression, concealment and expression. I enjoy that.
You see there's a lot happening, as you said, one minute he's happy, the next minute he's down. So is this shopping sequence, or is it difficult sometimes that you've got the parting before you've got the...
We shoot in 2 block sequences, so we'll do one, although this time we did 1 and 2, 5 and 6, 3 and 4, 7 and 8.
No, we did 1 and 2.
No, we did. Okay.
No, we did 1 and 2. Then we did
3 and
4.
6.
Hang on. No, we did 3 and 6 together. So we did 4 and 5.
No, we
3
did
and
1 and 2.
6.
It's our first round.
We did 1 and 2, 4 and 5, and then we did 3 and 6 together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yes. Yeah. So.
The point of making you don't get suddenly, the get-together sequence, and then later on, wife comes in, weeks.
It's topsy-turvy within those blocks. For example, in the first series, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the relationship grew almost chronologically, and so I think
Although you were filming between 2 episodes, it wasn't overall.
That's easier than obviously if you film in the last scene first. Maybe an attempt to.
Yeah, because we were filming episodes 4 and 5 before we'd done episode 3,
Yeah,
so
that was a good
we
idea.
hadn't built, you know, we hadn't got in our heads what we were doing in episode. When we got it in, because we obviously knew the storylines and what happens, but we hadn't. You know, we hadn't actually put any of it on tape, so that was
But unlike a feature film, it's fairly chronological, so we do have a good sense of the development
How
and
do
the
you
through
guys
line.
feel about the public reaction to the show and how the public will take it? How do you guys feel about it?
It's been great. It's just we're just really happy that everybody is taken to it so well, and everybody's really so enthusiastic about it. It's just lovely for us to be involved in. It's, you know, it's what you hope for, you know. When you,
Yeah. I mean, we knew it was good. Not being arrogant or complacent, but when we got these scripts and saw the cast, we just knew we were on pretty solid ground. You know, we thought this will do good business. You know, it's bums on seats, but we were all taken back by the kind of broad scope of the appreciation of it. Jim talked about men loving it. I get that a lot. The amount of men who say that I don't usually watch that kind of thing, but I get
Almost
a
like
lot
a
of
dirty
that.
secret,
A lot of that, yeah. So we've been quite surprised by the scale of it, you know. So
I don't think any of us were prepared for Downton fever.
there was a bit of Downton fever, which is why I didn't dread the sex series. I was afraid that we would be resting on our laurels and doing more of the same. You know, this is a hit, let's knock it out again. And I'm really, really satisfied and thrilled that Julian's kind of ripped it all up and done something very, very different with it. Incorporated 5 new principal characters. It's bold. So we don't have the element of surprise this time round, but we've got a lot of surprising elements, which takes it to a different level, I think. So I mean, I see what you think. It's up to the audience, you know, but we're happy with it.
Do you share any character traits in your own lives with Bates and Anna, do you think? Is there anything about you both that's very similar to your characters?
Yes, I come from a lot of dark, twisted marriages that I'm feeling very bitter and angry about now.
And I'm very, very, very nice.
Have you ever been blackmailed?
I'm also good at pretending to be honourable.
I think there's a little bit of you in every character you play. Well, there's bound to be something of you in every character, because whether it's mannerisms or, you know, even if you're playing something like horrendous like a murderer or something, it's still your physicality doing that character. So, but yeah, I hope there's a little bit of me in Anna, because she's a nice girl. I don't know how much, but yeah, she's very honest and very kind, and I hope I'm kind of kind and honest.
I sort of
as she
based
is.
my character on both my grandfathers, an amalgamation of both my grandfathers. Really, that kind of dignity and again that stoicism that they had. Men of a different time, you know. They're both steelworkers, and I just remember they would work in steelworks and they'd come and they're always immaculate. Always at the weekends, have tweed jackets and suits and ties and groomed, you know. And there was something about their kind of twinkly dignity that I liked. Yeah, I was lucky to know them into my 20s. So it was kind of based on them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, that's great.
Pleasure. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
What do you reckon?
10 out of 10. Better than the last one.
I think it's better than the last one. More
One of
depth
our
to
best
it.
episodes. Yeah.